This guy, I'm going to tell you, it looks like he should be acquiring OnlyFans, not eBay. But I still like the guy's style. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the CEO of GameStop, he's a trip. And he's making a call to buy eBay. This interview is pretty wild because they keep asking him, where are you going to get the money? And he doesn't answer the question. Right? Like, he literally looks like a street hustler. You know? The guy in the street with the cards. Right? Really funny. But anyway, take a listen to this. This is trippy.
eBay's been a public company for a couple of decades. Where's the evidence that you kind of know how to grow a mature consumer business?
I don't know. I mean, didn't you guys call for GameStop's demise multiple times? Like, it should have been bankrupt by now. So it's not dead, therefore you know how to grow it? Is that what you're saying? Well, look at our financial performance. Is it better than you guys anticipated? Because you guys said it was going to be doing really, really poorly, and it's actually doing okay.
I don't know about you guys, but have you noticed YouTube is like tripled up on the commercials lately? Has anybody else noticed that? Like, it is insane how many commercials they're playing on everything you watch. And here's the thing. YouTube fell a little short in revenue in the last quarter. And then literally right after that report, all of a sudden, it's just nonstop commercials on everything you watch. It's just crazy to me. And irritating at the same time. So with this, this guy, he doesn't give an F. He's talking, he doesn't even like these guys. Like, he looks like he would just reach through the screen and punch him. This guy is a trip, man. He's not going to, he's like, you talking to me? Are you asking me where I'm going to get the money? Do I look like a man with no means?
Ryan, let me come at this a slightly different way. Assuming that you were able to get this half cash, half stock arrangement effectively by diluting your shares, I imagine that's how you'd have to do it, but I still don't understand fully how that would work. And you were able to capture more cash, I guess, from others. In terms of paying it down, can you walk us through the math of that? Because if you look at both of these companies in terms of just how much cash they produce, it would be a tight bill.
Did you look at the materials that we posted online?
I have looked at the materials that you've posted online, but we also have an audience that I'm hoping is going to want to understand this and hear from you, so that you can walk through this, because people do look at these numbers and they say that they're trying to wrap their head around it. I don't think that everybody automatically says, oh my goodness, this absolutely makes 100% sense, and he can write the check tomorrow, and if he wanted to close the deal tomorrow. In fact, I am sure that if you were the CEO of eBay and the board of eBay today, you would say, I don't know whether they have the money to be able to do this, and they're watching us now. And other.
Isn't it amazing how a guy like that, the guy on top, has no idea how to talk to the guy on the bottom? These are two different classes of people. All right, nothing against either one of them, nothing for either one of them. Although the guy on the bottom, the CEO, Ryan, he's cracking me up. This guy, I don't know how he got to be CEO. Unless this is some kind of a criminal organization. Because they literally brought in a guy who is, he's like blue collar guy. He's like get it done guy. And the guy above him, I can't remember his name. I've seen him many times on CNBC. He's the quintessential corporate guy. Yes, man. What do you need me to do? I'll do it right away. Do I get a treat? But the difference between these two, even Santoli is talking to him, and this guy's got no answers. I've already shown you. You said GameStop would be out of business. Is it out of business? No, it is not, sir. Where I get the money is none of your business. So don't worry about it. This guy is just...
Investors.
All right, let's hear the response. This got to be good.
And they're not going to call eBay's board and say, you need to talk to these people unless they understand how this all is supposed to work.
Well, we have a 5% stake in eBay. It makes us one of the largest shareholders. So they have a fiduciary duty to their shareholders to evaluate this proposal.
Interesting. Okay, that I didn't hear the first time. So GameStop already owns 5% of eBay? How'd they do that? Oh, yeah. When GameStop was a meme stock, if they sold a bunch of shares and then, really went on the open market and started selling more shares, I don't know the exact paperwork, how that works, but needless to say, the dilution of stocks. They own 5% of eBay. He's coming in with, you guys could be doing better, and you're not. I'm a shareholder. Actually, I think it's 10%, and you can get on the board. Something like that. I don't know if it's a percentage thing, but I think it is. That's interesting. That's his lever. That's what he's going to do. He's playing the lever of I am a stockholder. So he's actually coming at it like a Bill Ackman activist kind of guy. Ryan Cohen. Everybody pay attention.
And in terms of the actual earnings power of the business, this is a business that is under-earning and can make a lot more money. And GameStop is a good blueprint for that. Obviously, you guys thought the business wouldn't be where it currently is, and eBay could be making a lot more money. So there's going to be some leverage on the balance sheet in order to make an acquisition possible, but it's also going to be making a lot more money in the future than it is today because it's going to be run a lot more efficiently. And when a business is not growing users and spending $2.5 billion in sales and marketing, there's a lot of fat to cut. And the earnings power, as we laid out in our investor presentation, could be way higher, double the earnings in a pretty short period of time. And so it's a business that can take on more leverage because it's going to be making more money in the future.
My understanding is that...
Fairly good answer. Right? I think later he says this, but it's like, I'm in retail, they're in retail, I know retail. This is interesting. He's coming in as an activist. That they're missing it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But he's basically coming in and saying, hey, shareholder, I'm a shareholder. You're not performing well. I'm not happy. I own 5%. Let's get this train on the track and get it moving. Now he's coming in going, you know what? Just sell it to me. Let me handle this. This is interesting. I still don't know how the hell he's going to get the money, but this is interesting.
In terms of running a proxy contest now, that would be uniquely complicated. Is this something that you would try to do in the future?
You cut out. What?
I apologize.
What did you say?
I was saying...
You talking to me? That was slick.
Could you imagine running a proxy contest against this board in the future? It looks like from a timeline perspective, that would probably be very hard to do now. But in terms of trying to do that on a long-term basis, maybe next year, if, for example, they don't come to the table.
Well, there's ways to do something before next year, but we're going to do whatever we need to do in order to protect our investment and pursue this. I said before, it's a long putt, but there's a lot of upside potential in something like this. You have a very strong business, and if it's in the hands of a capable operator, it can be a much larger business.
This guy, I'm going to tell you, it looks like he should be acquiring OnlyFans, not eBay. But I still like the guy's style. Like he is just, there's something going on. He is not telling everybody. There's somebody in a backroom shadow deal, and he's got some kind of a connection because this is a trip, man. Just look at him. He's got the leather jacket. He's kind of like that guy that owns, he's not like that guy, but in a sense, like he's got just this very contrarian look to a CEO of a company. It's like Fabergé, that guy from Work Now or Now. I think it's Now. I think it's the NOW stock symbol. Work. Let's figure it out. Let me look this up real quick. That guy, I know you guys have all seen this guy. All right, so we go in there. We go in Workday. I think it's Workday. Is it Workday? ServiceNow. That's it. This guy's like ServiceNow guy. You ever seen him? Every interview, he's got the Fabergé sunglasses on, right? Slicked. And nothing. He's talking about nothing but growth. And they're still growing, but the stock tanked because it's software. But yeah, Fabergé, I call him. He's hysterical. But this guy, this is interesting. I actually want to watch and see how he does this. I really want to see how, because he is not interested. I don't know why he's doing the interview though. Like, if you're going to do the interview, you've been given the time to talk about it. But here's the thing: he doesn't have to convince the public. He has to convince eBay and the investors to take the actual deal, right? So, but it's almost like he doesn't even want to be talking to these guys, but it's almost like he kind of needs to, because, it looks like the stock came down on the news. eBay, I think eBay went up, but anyway, this is a trip. I like it. All right, let's go. Ryan.
Since you put this news out yesterday afternoon, have you heard from anybody at eBay or people behind the scenes, advisors and the like?
I am sure they've hired the most expensive advisory firms and lawyers to help them navigate this. So, no, not yet. I'm sure we'll get a bunch of scripted responses and they'll load up because, of course, I mean, you're dealing with a company that is very entrenched. It's a very good company. It's maybe one of the greatest companies, but they're going to do whatever they can to, it's survival. So they'll do whatever they can to protect themselves. So no, we haven't heard anything yet.
Ryan, you alluded to it before, but there are a lot of people who sort of were betting against you, let's say, in GameStop.
Pretty smart. Bring in the chick. I actually like Melissa, but it's funny. It's like, okay, the male energy's not working. Let's bring in the chick, try to soften him up, give him a little hug. Maybe he'll reveal more, right? The producers are at CNBC. Melissa, all right, you got to pull this off, all right? Soften it up.
And I know you don't appreciate that. There are some skeptics, though, surrounding this deal who will say that, that Ryan Cohen, he wants to make sure that he hits a minimum threshold to receive his first tranche of compensation, the minimum threshold being $20 billion market cap for GameStop or $2 billion in cumulative EBITDA. Is that the case, that this is a bid to make sure that you're going to get paid in that first tranche to boost the GameStop's market cap?
I mean, I obviously want to build something much larger, but I don't benefit unless shareholders benefit. So my compensation package is aligned with shareholders, and I want to build a much larger business.
So just larger means successful. Larger means aligned with shareholder interest.
Okay, it's an interesting question, but look, Elon Musk is doing the same thing. SpaceX is going to come public. And before his due date of his next pay package, which I think is like $1 trillion, he is going to acquire Tesla. He's going to hit his target, and he's going to get $1 trillion payout. So this guy's doing the same thing. Maybe he was watching Musk. He's like, all right, he came in, made a deal. I don't know what the deal is, that he said that, I don't know what market cap he had to get to, but maybe he already had an idea. When he took the contract, he's like, I got an idea. So if this deal goes through, he cashes in. And that might piss off some people, but I don't know. It's strategy. And if he gets in there and he's actually able to make eBay more efficient, more profitable, more productive. Are we mad at him? I'm not mad at him, just based on his jacket. This guy is fantastic. All right, Melissa, give him a hug.
Interest.
Larger means maximizing shareholder value and increasing earnings.
I don't know all the details of your compensation package. Maybe you can
All right,
clear.
this is chick number 2. Only.
Up for us. If you get to a larger market cap by taking 2 smaller market cap companies and merging them together, or swallowing a much bigger market cap company, does that count? Because those shareholders wouldn't necessarily see the same gains that they would if you just grew market cap by, growing operating earnings. I don't know what the details of your compensation are, though, directly. Does it matter if you swallow a bigger company and that's how you get the market cap, or do the shareholders actually have to see the same gains?
I don't benefit I'm aligned. I'm aligned with shareholders. So, and unless our market cap increases substantially and earnings increases substantially, I don't get any salary, any cash, no golden parachutes, nothing. So, it's pretty aligned with shareholders.
But the individual shareholders don't see that huge benefit if you're combining a lot more shareholders in with that and then diluting shareholders by issuing more debt on top of it. You see what I'm saying? I get it. If you grow your market cap by 10 times, sure, I think you should absolutely get gains, but not if you do it by swallowing a bigger company and just kind of absorbing all of that into it too, because individual shareholders didn't see necessarily a huge gain from that.
Well, if I don't hit the thresholds, then I don't get anything.
Hey, Ryan, 2 final questions for you.
None of them know what to do with this guy. They have no idea what to do. This is the 4th host that they've put on him to try to get him. Look, man. If he gets his payment package, he gets it. I don't know. Did he do an Elon Musk deal where he gets literally no salary unless he produces this market cap? Did he do that? I don't know. It sounds like he just says I get nothing, but that could just mean, his bonus. That's actually very possible. But it is interesting because I don't know. See, because I looked at it, if Elon Musk did this with Tesla and brought Tesla in to SpaceX, or on the other side, kept Tesla and brought SpaceX inside Tesla, is there a difference between those two? Right? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. If SpaceX absorbs Tesla, then whatever it absorbs it for per share would be the value that Elon Musk created. That would be the final value. But if Tesla absorbs SpaceX, Tesla stock remains intact and has more value. So in this deal, and again, I don't know if I'm right. I'm just a guy. I'm nobody. I'm just trying to figure things out, trying to invest my money, trying to make money, just trying to stay alive, people. You know what I'm saying? So, but if this guy takes eBay, brings it inside GameStop, I guess you could do that if you kept it as a separate company, right? Because then you would still have an eBay stock and you would have a GameStop stock, 2 separate companies, and then he kind of gets in to create value, but then that doesn't create value for GameStop. I'm literally just thinking out loud. I'm just talking through this in my head because I really don't know. How am I looking down here? How's the stream looking? I don't know. I mean, I never like looking at myself, but all right. Seems like it's going okay. But needless to say, look, it's all strategy. But this guy, man, he just cracks me up. He is just not going to answer any questions.